everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 1991 playoffs in Payoff Pitch Baseball. Fans are starting to file into Kauffman Stadium for Game 5 of the American League Championship Series between the Oakland Athletics and the Kansas City Royals. We're expecting a sellout and a sea of blue and gold today. Let's take a look at our most updated standings. By the time this video goes live, Game 4 of the National League Championship Series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Los Angeles Dodgers will be live, so I'm not spoiling anything when we say that the Dodgers evaded the death blow from the Pirates, and now the Pirates lead that series by a score of 3-1. The Dodgers still have a deep hole to climb. And similarly, the Kansas City Royals have the same deep hole to climb against the Oakland Athletics, as the Royals trail that series by the same 3-1 score that the Dodgers are facing against the Pirates. So as I mentioned, fans are filing into Kauffman Stadium, and we're expecting a sellout. With that in mind, let's go ahead and meet the starting pitchers for today, and we'll start with Oakland's starting pitcher. Starting pitcher for the Oakland Athletics is Dave Stewart, 11-11 with a 5.18 ERA, 226 innings pitched, 245 hits, 24 home runs, 105 walks, and 144 strikeouts in 91. In Game 1 of the ALDS against Minnesota, he was the starting pitcher in a very solid outing. He only gave up 1 run in 8 innings of work. So that's the pitcher that Oakland is sending up to the mound. Let's go ahead and meet Kansas City's starting pitcher, and we'll take a look at Kauffman Stadium. Did forget to mention that Dave Stewart was also the winning pitcher in Game 1 of this series. Speaking of Game 1, we're back to the Game 1 starter in Game 5 today, Kevin Appier. 13-10 with a 3.42 ERA, 207 2/3 innings pitched, 205 hits, 13 homers, 61 walks, and 158 strikeouts in 91. In this postseason, he had no decision in the wildcard game against Detroit and was the losing pitcher in Game 1 of this series. As for Kauffman Stadium, well, you probably won't find a much more punishing park for hitters, especially lefties. On a ballpark check, 1 to 9 gets you a wheelhouse. To a lefty for a righty, 1 to 30 gets you a wheelhouse. So any switch hitters we have tonight will be batting righty to try to take advantage of a much less punishing wheelhouse. With that in mind, let's move over to the main game area and check the shot over there. Also forgot to mention, both starting pitchers are righties. So I think everything's all set over here. When the pregame festivities are starting to wrap up, so let's go ahead and play ball. Before we get into these starting lineups, I do want to mention something, that I'm still kind of getting the feel for learning digital diamond baseball in terms of generating the starting lineups. So these lineups are very much, basically what happened was, that generated the lineups for Game 5. And as I started pulling cards, I was like, with both teams, my reaction to that was, there is no way either team would send these lineups up in the current situation. With Oakland trying to make it to the World Series and Kansas City trying to get to Game 6. So I've had to make a few changes to the lineups. Actually, it looks like about half of both lineups I had to blow up. So if the lineups look a little weird, that's why. Anyway, the Royals will now start getting loose in the field, as we'll take our first look at the A's starting lineup. Leading off, we'll have Jamie Quirk catching. Vance Law is at shortstop. Dave Henderson is in center field. Lance Blankenship is in right field. Ernest Riles is at second base. Jose Canseco is the designated hitter. Brooke Jacoby is at third base. Harold Baines is in left field. And Mark McGuire is at first base. And that's the lineup Kevin Appier is charged with keeping in check. Leading off the top of the first for the Athletics will be Jamie Quirk. He hit 1 homer against a right-handed pitcher in 91. Just finishing all my setup off camera. Okay. We're going to be using gold, blue, and white dice. Royals are the home team. Once again, fast score house rule has been turned off for the rest of the series. A's have to land the death blow themselves. Kansas City has to evade it themselves. Game 5 of the ALCS. Oakland leading 3-1. Oakland wins. They get some rest for... They got to go back to Oakland and have some rest before the World Series. Kansas City wins. They follow Oakland, the A's back to Oakland for Game 6. And that'll probably be Sunday, I'm thinking. But I'll see how the schedule... Actually, it could be tomorrow afternoon, too. I'll have to see how the schedule shakes out. But that's where things stand. Now we have to answer the age-old... The question here becomes, is Kansas City going back to Oakland for Game 6? Only the dice know, and in order to see what they want to show us, we have to go to the first pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 23, and Quirk's going to swing through a curveball for strike 3 for the first out of the inning. And here's Vance Law. No homers against either side in 91. Apier will look into Maine for the sign. Kauffman Stadium is a sea of blue. We've got a sellout today. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is going to be a patient 38, and Law is going to get on board with ball 4 as a slider misses the zone for a one-out walk. Here's Dave Henderson. 17 of his 25 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Law is an F jump. He's going nowhere. Is an F steal. He's going nowhere. Infield at double play depth. Apier will look into Maine for the sign. Henderson braces for the pitch. Apier will set, and here's the pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 35, and that's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that one is going to be Schumpert. He'll make the catch, and that will be the second out of the inning. And stepping into the batter's box now is Lance Blankenship in right field. He hit 2 of his 3 home runs against right-handed pitching. Apier will look into Maine for the sign. Kauffman Stadium buzzing, hoping Apier can get them out of the inning. Apier will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 10, and Blankenship's going to be frozen by the heat for strike 3, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the walk for the A's, and the score is now Oakland 0, Kansas City coming to bat. We'll take our first look at the Royals starting lineup as the A's now get loose in the field. Leading off, we've got Kurt Stillwell at shortstop, Brent Main's catching, Kirk Gibson is in left field, Brian McRae is in center field, Terry Schumpert is at second base, Todd Benzinger is at first base, Bill Pecota is at third base, Danny Tartable is in right field, and Mike McFarland is catching. There is a lot of power in this Kansas City lineup. Dave Stewart's going to have to keep that in check. Leading off is Kurt Stillwell, 5 of his 6 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Stewart will look into Quirk for the sign. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 12 is a patient 91. He's not that patient. That's going to be a ground ball hit right on the screws, but right to Law. Law will make the play for the first out of the inning. Brent Maine steps into the batter's box next. All 3 of his home runs in 91 coming against right-handed pitching. Stewart gets the sign from Quirk. Stewart will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 9 is a patient 62, and against a righty, Maine will get a hold of that one, and that will be a one-out single for the Royals. Infield will go to double play depth. Here's Kirk Gibson. Gibson hit 14 of his 16 home runs against right-handed pitching. Maine is an F jump. He is not a threat to go anywhere. So Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. Here he will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is going to be a tough 42, and Gibson's going to swing through a curveball for strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Stepping into the batter's box now is Brian McRae. McRae hit 6 of his 8 home runs against right-handed pitching. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk once I stop dropping my dice. Stewart will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 52. And against a righty, McRae will get a hold of that one. That's going to be a double, and the Royals will strike first. Maine will come all the way around from first to score. McRae will be at second with a stand-up double, and the score is now 1-0 in favor of the Royals. Stadium cheers. Yay! Here's Terry Schumpert. Schumpert hit 3 of his 5 home runs against right-handed pitching. Stewart gets the sign from Quirk. He's got to shake that one off. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 43. And Schumpert swings through a curveball for strike 3. That will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. The score is now 1-0 in favor of Kansas City after 1. Top of the second, and we'll see the middle of Oakland's order due up next. Apier will finish up his warm-up tosses as stepping into the batter's box is Ernest Riles. All 5 of his home runs coming against right-handed pitching in 91. Apier will get the sign from Maine. Royals lead Game 5, 1-0. Royals trying to get us back to Game 6, get us back to Oakland for Game 6. Apier will get the sign from Maine. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 6 is an in-play 94. That's going to be a fly ball into right field. Tartable will get under that one. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. Coming into the batter's box is Jose Canseco. 36 of his 44 home runs in 91 coming against right-handed pitching. Apier knows a mistake will probably tie this game. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the pitch. 11 is a defense check. Somebody's got to play defense. That ball is at the shortstop. It's going to be a range play for Kurt Stillwell. His range is a D. Oh, he can't get to that one, and that's going to be a base hit. Canseco will find himself on first with a 1-out single as he slaps one out of the reach of Stillwell. The infield will go to double play depth. Here's Brooke Jacoby. Hit no homers on either side. Canseco is a jump of 5 against a hold of 7. But he would be a B4 to try to steal. He would be an excellent chance. They're going to see if he can get the jump. Because Jacoby hits into a fair amount of double plays, and the A's would like to remove the double play possibility. So at 56 or less, Canseco will get the jump. That's a 45. Canseco's off to second on an excellent chance. And not even going to be a throw. Canseco will be safe at second. And the tying run moves into scoring position on a stolen base. Now Apier will turn to deal with Jacoby. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He'll glance over to Canseco at second. Apier will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be an in-play 77. That's a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one for the Royals is going to be McRae. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. Canseco's base running rating is a 7. That was an in-play. Runner on second advances to third with a run rating of 7 or higher. So Canseco will make it to third, but there are 2 outs in the inning. Here's Harold Baines. Baines hit 16 of his 20 home runs against right-handed pitching. A's hoping to tie this game. Royals hoping that doesn't happen. Apier has another one he needs to be careful with in Baines. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 46, and it's a line drive right to second. Schumpert will put his glove up for the ball to slam into it, and that will retire the side. Single and a stolen base for the A's, but they can't do anything with it. Score remains 1-0 heading into the bottom of the second. Stewart will finish his warm-up tosses as stepping into the batter's box will be Todd Benzinger, hit both of his home runs against right-handed pitching. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. Kauffman Stadium buzzing. They're happy with what they see so far. Stewart will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 10 is a tough 68, and that's going to be just a little bit too high. That's going to be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up will be Riles. He'll make the play for the first out of the inning. Stepping into the batter's box now is Bill Pecota. Pecota hit 4 of his 6 home runs against right-handed pitching. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the windup. Here comes the pitch. 6 is a tough 7, and Pecota is going to get frozen by a slider on the outside corner for strike 3 for the second out of the inning. And now stepping into the batter's box is the ever-dangerous Danny Tartabull. Tartabull hit 23 of his 31 home runs against right-handed pitching. Stewart knows a mistake's going to Mars. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. He will wind up. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 3 is a defense check. Where's that one being hit? It's a fly ball into center field. Going after that is going to be Henderson. It's a range play. His range is a C. He can't get that one, and that's going to be a double, and Tartabull will extend the inning. Stepping into the batter's box now is Mike McFarland. Hit 8 of his 13 home runs against right-handed pitching. Good contact probably extends the Kansas City lead. Stewart knows he needs to be careful. He will look over to Tartabull at second. Tartabull would be a C3, which would be a normal chance. He will stay put. Stewart will turn to the plate to deal with McFarland. He will get the sign. Stewart will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 26, and that's ball 4. McFarland will find himself on as a slider misses the zone. And now the Royals have something cooking with 2 outs. Here's Stillwell. Stillwell today is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. 1-0 Royals. Kansas City looking for more. Tartabull at second, McFarland at first, Stillwell at the plate. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a patient 59, and against a righty, that's going to be good enough for a base hit. Line drive into center field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Runner on second scores, which translates to both runners score with 2 outs. Stillwell will make it to second, or make it to first on the base hit. Because remember, it's an extra base advancement with 2 outs, but that will be good enough to give Kansas City a 3-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! Stewart cannot get out of this inning. And here's Brent Maine. Maine today is 1 for 1 with a single, and he scored Kansas City's first run. Stillwell, not a threat to do anything on the base paths. He will stay put. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is going to be a patient 88, and it's a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Riles. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk. Score is now 3-0 Kansas City after 2. Top of the third coming up, and we'll be looking at the bottom of Oakland's order due up next. Leading off the top of the third for the A's will be Mark McGwire as Apier finishes up his warm-up tosses. McGwire hit 17 of his 22 home runs in 91 against right-handed pitching. McGwire needs to get a hold of one here. The A's are rapidly running out of time to take this series without having to go back to Oakland. Apier will get the sign from Maine. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 87. That's going to be a ground ball over to short. Stillwell will get to that one. He'll make the play, throwing it over to first for the first out of the inning. Here's Jamie Quirk. Quirk is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Apier will get the sign from Maine. Kauffman Stadium buzzing. 3-0 Kansas City, Game 5 of the ALCS. Apier will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 89. That's going to be another ground ball right back to second. Once again, actually this time we're calling Schumpert's name to pick that one up, ranging to his left. He'll make the play, and that will be the second out of the inning. Here's Vance Law. Law reached on a walk his first time up. Apier will get the sign from Maine. Once I get a hold of all the dice, he will. Maine will give Apier the sign. Apier will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. 6 is an in-play 98. That's going to be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one is going to be Gibson. He won't have to go too far for that one. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the top of the third as we get ready for the bottom of the third with the heart of Kansas City's order due up next. Stewart will finish his warm-up tosses as stepping into the batter's box will be Gibson. Gibson struck out swinging his first time up. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. Stewart will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 45, and Gibson's going to swing through the heat for strike 3 for the first out of the inning. And here's McRae. McRae has a double his first time up. Stewart gets the sign from Quirk. Stewart will set. Here's the windup. Here comes the pitch. 11 is a wheelhouse 61. That's going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Blankenship. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. I was about to say Ken Seiko, but I knew that wasn't right. And here's Schumpert. Schumpert today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. Stewart will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. 9 is a patient 27, and that's ball 4. Fastball misses the zone on the outside corner, and Schumpert will be on with the 2-out walk. Here's Benzinger. Benzinger grounded out his first time up. Schumpert not going to try to do anything on the base paths with 2 out. He has a jump of 6 against the hold of 8. He would have a decent chance to get the jump, but he's a C3, so he's going to stay put on a normal chance. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 11 is a wheelhouse 17. And against a righty, Benzinger will get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a double. Schumpert will come in to score. Benzinger will end up at second on the double. Because remember, automatic extra base advancement with 2 outs. And the score is now 4-0 in favor of Kansas City. Stadium cheers. Yay! Oakland's 2-out woes continue today. Kansas City did a lot of damage in the second with 2 outs. Here's Pacoda. Pacoda today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Benzinger, not a threat to do anything on the base paths. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is a tough 20. And Pacoda is going to swing through the curveball for strike 3 and the A's get out of the inning. But more damage done. 1 run on 1 hit and a walk, and the score is now 4-0 in favor of Kansas City after 3. Yes, after 3. Top of the 4th, we'll see the Heart of Oakland's order due up next. Apier will finish his warm-up tosses, as stepping into the batter's box will be Dave Henderson. Henderson popped out to second his first time up. Apier will get the sign from Maine. Apier will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 9 is a tough 82, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Ranging in slightly for that one is going to be McRae. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. Here's Blankenship. Blankenship today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Kauffman Stadium, buzzing. 4-0 lead for Kansas City. Game 5 of the ALCS. Kansas City goes back to Oakland with a win. A's go back to prepare for the World Series. Apier will set. He'll get the sign from Maine. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 89. That's a ground ball over to short. Stillwell ranging to his right to get that one. He'll make the play back across his body for the second out of the inning. And here's Riles. Riles today is 0 for 1. Apier seems to be in total control of this game. He will get the sign from Maine. I will drop a die. Apier will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a tough 71. That's a fly ball into center field. McRae going back for this one, but he'll have plenty of room to make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the top of the 4th. Stewart will finish his warm-up tosses as he's looking at the bottom of the Kansas City order. Leading off the bottom of the 4th is Danny Tartabull. Tartabull had a double his first time up. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. Stewart will set. He will kick, and here comes the pitch. Okay, in the tower. 5 is a patient 85, and that's going to be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up, moving to his right, is going to be Law. He'll make the play, and that is the first out of the inning. Here's McFarland. McFarland is reached on a walk his first time up. Stewart gets the sign from Quirk, trying to stop the bleeding for Oakland. Stewart will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 10 is a tough 93. That's going to be a ground ball over to short. Law moving to his left this time, but he'll make the play, and that'll be out number 2. We're back around to the top of the order again, as here's Stillwell. Stillwell is 1 for 2 with a single. Stewart gets the sign from Quirk. Stewart will wind up. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 16. Stillwell is going to get frozen by a slider for strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Royals in the bottom of the 4th. After 4, score remains 4-0 in favor of Kansas City. Top of the 5th, we'll see the middle of Oakland's order due up next. Leading off the top of the 5th for Oakland is the ever-dangerous Jose Canseco. Canseco today reached on a base hit. Actually, yeah, base hit. It was a failed range play. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a tough 39, and Canseco tries to do too much with a fastball up and in for strike 3, and that will be the first out of the inning. Here's Jacoby. Jacoby today is 0 for 1. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 12 is a ballpark 70. That's in play. And the 60 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Tartable ranging to his left slightly for that one, but he'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. And here's Baines. Baines lined out his first time up. Apier looking around at Kauffman Stadium, very happy with what they see. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 72, and against a righty, Baines will get a hold of that one, and he'll extend the inning with a base hit. Here's McGuire. McGuire today is 0 for 1. Baines not a threat to do anything on the base paths. He will stay put. Apier will look into Maine for the sign. Apier will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a tough 30. McGuire's going to swing through a slider for strike 3, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the A's. They remain scoreless after 5. Stewart finishes up his warm-up tosses as he'll be looking at the 2-3-4 of Kansas City's order. Leading off the bottom of the 5th is Brent Maine. Maine had a single his first time, is 1 for 2 with a single. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 11, and Maine's going to get frozen by a curveball that catches the inside corner for strike 3, and that will be the first out of the inning. And here's Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 2. He's struck out twice. Stewart gets the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 51. Ball 4, slider misses the zone, and Gibson's on with a 1-out walk. The A's will go to double play depth, and here's McRae. McRae today is 1 for 2 with a double. Gibson is a jump of 4 against a hold of 8. 63 or less, he would be a B3, which would be a very good chance. They're going to hold him in a 4-run game. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 10, and that'll also be ball 4. McRae will get on with another 1-out walk, and Stewart seems to be losing control of this one. Stepping into the batter's box now is going to be Schumpert. Schumpert is 0 for 1 with a walk. We're going to get some activity in the Oakland bullpen as they're going to start... Who are they going to start warming up? Good question. Oakland is going to start Eric Show warming up in the bullpen. I was hoping they had a lefty in long relief, but they don't. So Eric Show is going to start warming up for the A's. So we'll come back to Stewart, though, as he's looking at Schumpert at the plate, Gibson at second, McRae at first. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a patient 87, and that's going to be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Law. We need to see if they turn the double play. Okay, so 6 or less on 2d6. Side retired. Law gets that one. He'll run it over to the bag himself. Then he'll throw it over to McGuire at first, and that will be a G6-3 double play. McRae will be forced out at second, and then the play over to first, and that will retire the side. Nothing across for the Royals except for the walk. Score will remain 5-0 Kansas City after, or 4-0 Kansas City after 5. Top of the 6th, we'll see the top of Oakland's order due up next. Apier will finish up his warm-up tosses, as stepping into the batter's box will be Jamie Quirk. Quirk is 0 for 2 today. Apier has a very solid outing going today. He will get the sign from Maine. Apier will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is an in-play 33. Just a little bit too high. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Coming under that one, ranging to his right, is going to be Schumpert. He'll make the play for the first out of the inning. And here's Law. Law today is 0 for 1 with a walk. Apier will get the sign from Maine. Apier will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a tough 28. Law's going to swing through a slider out of the zone for strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Here's Dave Henderson. Henderson tonight is 0 for 2. Apier will get the sign from Maine. Apier will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is a patient 4. Henderson will extend the inning with a 2-out walk. And here's Blankenship. Blankenship today is 0 for 2. Kauffman Stadium, a little bit slightly nervous. Maybe nervous enough to notice. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is a patient 17. And Blankenship will also find himself on with a 2-out walk as a changeup misses the zone. And here's Ernest Riles, as the A's have something cooking with 2 outs. Riles, though, is 0 for 2. Apier will look into Maine at second. Look into Maine for the sign. Henderson at second. Blankenship at first. 2 outs in the inning. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a tough 69. And that's going to be a fly ball into center field. McRae will get under that one, ranging in for that one. He'll make the play, he'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 2 walks, but the A's not able to do anything with it. Score remains 4-0 heading into the bottom of the 6th. Stadium size. Phew! Stewart will finish up his warm-up tosses, as stepping into the batter's box will be Benzinger. Benzinger should be the 6th hitter. So I think it should be... Oh, Schumpert. Hang on. I got the lineup messed up for Kansas City. Should be Schumpert, Benzinger, Pacoda. Okay. So Benzinger should be the leadoff hitter for the inning. Benzinger is 1 for 2 with a double. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. He will wind up. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 47, and Benzinger will swing through the high heat for strike 3 for out number 1 in the inning. Here's Pacoda. Pacoda today is 0 for 2. He's struck out twice. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. Kauffman Stadium, looking ahead to Game 6. Stewart will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 82. That's going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one is going to be Henderson, ranging back for that one, but he'll have plenty of room before the track to make the catch for out number 2 in the inning. And here's Tartable. Tartable is 1 for 2 with a double. Stewart will look into Quirk for the sign. 2 outs in the inning. Stewart will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 63, and against a righty, Tartable will extend the inning, and that's going to be a double. Tartable got under that one just a little bit, but still enough to get it into the outfield for a double. Here's McFarland. McFarland is 0 for 1 with a walk. A's trying to get out of the inning. Show ready to come into the game. Stewart says, let me get out of this inning. Stewart will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 11 is a wheelhouse 53, and the only thing he's got is the hook, because that comes with a boom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to left field. Going back for that one is going to be Baines. He's back to the track, back to the wall, and that ball is just going to clear the fence. Home run, Mike McFarland. Score is now 6-0 in favor of Kansas City. Stadium cheers. Yay! Oakland bench groans. Ugh. Stepping into the batter's box now is Kurt Stillwell. Stillwell is 1 for 3 with a single. Stewart is now tired, and he's going to come out of the game. Let me compile stats for him real quick. Gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Walked 2, 3, 4. Those walks killed him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts, no hit batters, no balks, no wild pitches, faced 27. Stewart's going to come out of the game, and coming in to pitch will be Eric Show. 1 and 2 with a 5.92 ERA, 51 and 2/3 innings pitched, 62 hits, 5 homers, 17 walks, 20 strikeouts in 91. He is charged with keeping Kansas City off the scoreboard and from doing any further damage. But he's got Stillwell to contend with, who is 1 for 3. Show will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is going to be a patient 96. That's a fly ball into left field. Coming under that one is going to be Baines. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits, a 2-run homer by Mike McFarland. The score is now 6-0 Kansas City after as many innings. We're getting ready for the top of the 7th, and Oakland will be sending the middle of their order to the plate. The Royals are going to let Apier continue to pitch in this one. He is having a very good outing today. He will finish up his warm-up tosses as stepping into the batter's box is Jose Canseco. Canseco today is 1 for 2. He's got one of Oakland's 2 hits today. Apier will get the sign from Maine. 6-0 Royals. If this holds, we're headed for Game 6 tomorrow. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 55, and Canseco swings through the high heat for strike 3, and that will be out number 1 in the inning. Here's Jacoby. Jacoby is 0 for 2. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will wind up. Here's the pitch. 9 is a tough 31, and Jacoby swings through a slider on the outside corner for strike 3 and out number 2. And here's Harold Baines. Baines is 1 for 2. He's got Oakland's other hit today. Apier gets the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 11 is a defense check. Somebody's got to play defense for Kansas City. That ball is hit to third base. That's going to be a range play for Pacoda. His range at third base is a C. He's got that one, and that's going to be a... Come on. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Pacoda ranging slightly into foul territory, but he'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the top of the 7th. And we are now at the 7th inning stretch. As usual, I won't torture you guys with my rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, but I will stretch a little bit. Make sure you do as well. Okay, now we're ready for the bottom of the 7th, as Show will finish up his warm-up tosses, and he'll have to deal with the 2, 3, 4 of Kansas City's order. Leading off the bottom of the 7th is Brent Maine. Maine today is 1 for 3. Show will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 2 is a ballpark check. 93 is in play. That's not even close to wheelhouse for Maine. But a 0-0 will give us a rare play with the bases empty on an in play. Let's see. Here we go. Bases empty, in play. A 90 says, batter hits a pop-up into short center field. Center fielder and the infielder collide. Roll a d6. Batter safe at first with a single. All right, so that's going to be a pop fly into center field. Maine will be safe. And we have to check the fielder for a... Right, we have to check the fielder. So we have to see which infielder. Center fielder. Okay. Center fielder and the shortstop collide. So that will be Dave Henderson and 3 was the shortstop. So Dave Henderson and Law, I believe, will collide. Yes. I'm going to prepare some notes here. Okay, now that we've got that figured out, let's look at Dave Henderson on a D100. He's normal. $16, he'll shake that one off. Law is also normal. $22, he'll also shake that off. So the two of them just had the wind knocked out of each other. Stadium giving them at least giving them an ovation as they are at least able to get up. Thankfully, Kansas City fans are classy. Maine with a single. Here's Gibson stepping into the batter's box. Gibson today is 0 for 2 with a walk. The A's will go to double play depth. Maine not a threat to do anything on the base paths. Show will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 11 is a wheelhouse 82. That's going to be a ground ball over to second. Getting to that one is going to be Riles. We need to see if they turn the double play, though. It's going to be a 6 or less on 2d6. 2 outs on that one. That will be a ground ball over to Riles. He'll get that one. Throw it over to Law at short. Short will turn and fire to McGuire at first. And that will be a 4-6-3 twin killing. Now 2 outs in the inning. And here's McRae. McRae is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. Show will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 77, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Dave Henderson, after being shaken up on the last rare play, will come in for that one. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Royals in the bottom of the second. Score remains 6-0 Kansas City after 7. Top of the 8th, we'll see the top of Oakland's order due up next. Apier has been dominant today. He'll finish up his warm-up tosses, and stepping into the batter's box will be Mark McGwire. McGwire today is 0 for 3. We're going to get some activity in Oakland's bullpen as warming up is going to be Steve Chitrin for the A's. Apier will get the sign from Maine. 6-0 Royals. Top of the 8th, Game 5 of the ALCS. Kansas City holds on. Game 6 is tomorrow. Oakland storms back. They get ready for the World Series. Apier will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 11. And McGwire will lead off the inning with a base hit, and that's just the 3rd Oakland hit on the day. Here's Quirk. Quirk today is 0 for 3. McGwire would be a C4, which would be a very good chance to steal. Jump of 3 against the hold of 7. They're going to hold McGwire at... are they? No, they're not. They're going to hold McGwire at first. The Royals infield will go to double play depth, though. Apier will get the sign from Maine. Kauffman Stadium, hoping the Royals can hold on. Apier will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is a patient 92. That's a fly ball into right field. Tartable will get under that one. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. And here's Law. Law today is 0 for 2 with a walk. Royals trying to hold on and extend this series again. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the pitch. 3 is a ballpark 12. That's wheelhouse, but Law does not have a lot of power. 58 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Once again, Tartable getting under that one, ranging to his left. He'll make the catch. That'll be out number 2 in the inning. And here's Dave Henderson. Henderson is 0 for 2 with a walk. McGwire got on with the leadoff single. The A's look like they're not going to be able to do anything with it. Apier will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a tough 41. And Henderson's going to swing through a slider that's in the dirt for strike 3, and the side is retired. Nothing across except the single for the A's, and they have yet to put a run on the board after their 8th. Show is going to come out of the game. He went 1.1. Gave up 1 hit, nothing else. Faced 4. Coming in to pitch for the A's will be Steve Chitrin. 1-4 with a 4.33 ERA, 60 and a third innings pitched, 59 hits, 8 homers, 32 walks, and 47 strikeouts in 91. He is charged with the middle of Kansas City's order. Stepping into the batter's box to lead off is Terry Schumpert. Schumpert is 0 for 2 with a walk, and he hit into a double play. Chitrin will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 13, and Schumpert's going to get frozen by a curveball for strike 3 for the first out of the inning. And here's Benzinger. Benzinger is 1 for 3 with a double. Chitrin will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 12 is a ballpark 84. That's in play. And it's going to be popped up on the infield. McGuire will get under that one slightly into foul territory, but he'll make the catch for out number 2. And up next is Pacoda. Pacoda is 0 for 3. Chitrin will get the sign from Quirk. Chitrin will set, and he will pitch. 4 is a patient 85, and it's going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming in for that one is going to be Henderson. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Royals in the bottom of the 8th. Score remains 6-0 Kansas City after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? In order to find out, Oakland will be sending the middle of their order to the plate. The Royals bench is telling Kevin Appier, hey, bring this one home. You got this. He will finish up his warm-up tosses as stepping into the batter's box to lead off the top of the 9th will be Lance Blankenship. Blankenship is 0 for 2 with a walk today. Appier will get the sign from Maine. He will wind up. Here's the pitch. 3 is a ballpark 54. That's in play. Let's see what Blankenship can do with an in-play check. What he can do is he can ground that one over to third. Pacoda will pick that one up. He'll throw it over to first, and that is out number 1. Stepping into the batter's box now is Riles. Riles today is 0 for 3. Appier will get the sign from Maine. He will wind up. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 79. That's a fly ball into center field. McRae coming in for that one. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And the last chance for the A's comes down to Jose Canseco, their designated hitter. Canseco today is 1 for 3 with a single. Kauffman Stadium buzzing. They're looking for tickets to Game 6. They're looking for trips to Oakland for Game 6. Kauffman Stadium buzzing. Appier will get the sign from Maine. He will wind up. Canseco will brace. Here's the kick. Here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 87. And Canseco is going to hit that on the screws, but right to Stillwell. Kauffman Stadium jumping up and down. Stillwell will pump once, pump twice, throw to first. That's your game. The Kansas City Royals avoid elimination again as they put up a 6-0 win over the A's. Oakland now has a 3-2 series lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! Final line score coming up. Okay. What a performance by Kevin Appier on the hill. For the Royals, 6 runs on 8 hits and no errors. For the A's, no runs on 3 hits and no errors. Kevin Napier gets a complete game 3-hit shutout for the win. Dave Stewart will take a tough loss. And Oakland now leads the series 3-2. Game 6 will probably be on Saturday. As far as what's coming up on the channel, we may yet tonight have Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Pirates lead that series 3-1, and they're looking to close it out. Tomorrow, Mystical Munchies will be starting out of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Blackspire Outpost Cookbook with the appetizer, Cat's Kettle Corn. And we may have, and I haven't decided yet what the schedule is exactly going to be, but we will have Game 6 of this series between the Oakland Athletics and the Kansas City Royals. I haven't yet decided what the exact schedule is going to be. Like I said, I may try to do Game 5 of between Pittsburgh and LA yet tonight. But as far as what else is coming up on the channel, Sunday we're playing game number 6 on my Tack Up Wargaming list as we play Space Empires 4X from GMT Games. Wednesday next week we're playing Astro Knights from Indie Boards and Cards. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.